I'd like to welcome and thank everybody in the audience right now and assure each and every one of you that you're in the right place, because being here, you're taking your first step to better health and essentially a better life. And if I told you right now that I had a chiropractic message to share with you that could possibly change your life, would you want to hear it? Yes. Hold on. A chiropractic message that could possibly change your life, would you want to hear it? Yes. That's more like it. By a show of hands, how many of us have experienced traffic before? Kind of what I expected. Well, I want to let each and every one of you know that I'm thrilled to share this chiropractic message, and I'm going to be relating our central nervous system, the most important system in our body, to being stuck in traffic. Now, we could be assured of a couple things about traffic, specifically 3. The first, it allows us to be a little bit safer when we do what we love to do. Drive to school, eat breakfast, text message. Another thing it does is we waste gas. In some places, it's a little bit more expensive than others, and I understand that, but it's expensive everywhere. And the third and most important thing that we can all agree on is it slows us down. True or true, guys? Perfect. Now let's allow us to use our imagination for a second, and let's have this highway that you see be our central nervous system, being our brain and our spinal cord, which is housed in our spine. And those cars on this highway be our nerve signals going from our brain to our body, and from our bodies back to our brain. Now, can you imagine if you're in this traffic and you're headed to work or headed to school, you'd be unable to accomplish the things that you're supposed to accomplish in that job. But of course, we have coworkers and our job will get done that day. But you can see how it's going to slow the job down and work a little less efficiently. Well, you see, our central nervous is the same way. Thank goodness our body is so smart and it's going to get the job done. But we're going to be working less efficiently. And who in here, by a show of hands, wants to be working as efficient as possible? Perfect. And you see, on these highways, we don't know what causes this traffic. It could be a wreck. It could be cops. It could be just a simple roadblock or construction around here. But we know exactly what causes this traffic in the central nervous system. And what causes traffic in the central nervous system is something we call subluxation. But before we move on, I want everybody to understand this word subluxation. So we're going to break it down into 3 parts. Sub, meaning less than, lux, which is light or energy, and ation, which is a state of being or a condition. So we're in a state of being, or we have a condition where we're expressing less than 100% of our light, our energy, or our life that we have to offer the world. And each and every one of you know that it's unacceptable for us to be expressing less than 100% of our life. Well, now that we know what subluxations are, let's find out what causes them. And one of the first causes of subluxation is the trauma. And we experience trauma beginning at birth. And it's going to continue all the way through life, whether it's a slip and fall, an athletic injury, to a simple fender bender. And the next cause of subluxation is any negative thoughts. Any negative thought that detours us from our natural state of happiness and gratitude. Yes, our natural state of happiness and gratitude. Could all of us imagine how great it would be if we could just wake up and be happy and grateful for everything we have? Well, those negative thoughts get in the way of that. And last but not least, toxins. Anywhere from an over-the-counter, prescription, recreational drug, to the things we eat, to the things we drink, cigarettes, all the way down to a simple artificial sweetener that scientists have proven to directly slow down our brain function. How bad is that? And now that we know what causes this traffic in the central nervous system, again, by a show of hands, who thinks there's a possibility that we're experiencing some traffic in our central nervous system or a subluxation? Well, great. Chiropractors are here to help. Chiropractors are central nervous system specialists. And what we do is we assure that this central nervous system is functioning without this traffic, without subluxation. And we go about it by 3 pillars. And the first, which is the most important, is the philosophy. And the philosophy of chiropractic is what sets us apart from any other profession out there. The idea that we have an inborn intelligence, we call it an innate intelligence, a life force that runs us and helps us function each and every day, 100% of the time. How many of us have ever had a cut on our finger or anywhere on our body? And we knew it was going to heal. We didn't know how. We didn't know why. But we knew this cut was going to heal. And you guys, if I were to step off this stage right now, what would happen? I'd fall, exactly. And it's because of gravity. And just as sure as I'm going to fall, is as sure as we are that this cut is going to heal. So my question is, why on earth do we question any other system in our body? We have the power that created the body is made to heal the body, this life force. And I love this next slide because it says gravity is not just a great idea. Gravity is a law. And that's exactly how I feel about chiropractic. It's not just a great idea. It is absolutely essential for every human being out there with a heartbeat to assure that we're functioning 100% of what we have to offer the world without any traffic in our central nervous system. And how am I so sure of this? Second pillar of chiropractic, the science. And this picture shows you how everything comes from our brain and our spinal cord and connects everything in our body. The reason that I know that I went from 2 cells to the trillions of cells that I am right now, and each and every one of you did the same thing. The reason that I know that this neuron right here, this cell, has that life force inside of it going everywhere in our bodies right now. And it's also physiology, knowing what's supposed to be happening, when it's supposed to be happening, and why it's supposed to be happening. And it's not always about what's wrong, it's about enhancing what is right with us. And the way we do that is by removing this subluxation. And how do we do it? By the art of chiropractic. The art of chiropractic, realigning the spine, assuring there is no quality or quantity interference in this central nervous system, assuring we have no traffic anywhere in our central nervous system, and we're expressing 100% of life's potential. Who in here loves to eat cake? Me too. Well, you see, we put a cake in an oven in a square pan. We put a cake in the oven in a round pan. When it comes out, it's still a cake. And I love that example because that's just like chiropractic care. There is a chiropractic technique that is out there for everybody. I just have 3 on the screen, but there's a number of chiropractic techniques out there for everybody. And I put this next slide up. There's 4 different times of our lives. And I want to assure everybody out there that there is no time too early and there is no time too late to experience chiropractic care. Can you imagine taking that small baby and allowing it to do what it's supposed to do, entering a world where all we know is to survive? But how about we reduce that traffic, assure that there's no traffic in this child's central nervous system from the beginning, and allow them to thrive instead of survive? Or how about grandma? Maybe her 100% isn't my 100%. But how cool would it be, as long as she's here with us on earth, how cool would it be if she could be assured that she's not going to leave here until she lives 100% of her life's potential? And you see, I want everybody in here, I wish 3 things for each and every one of you. Success, which can be defined as living your life's potential. Health, the ability to live that life's potential. And happiness, the gratitude each and every one of us would experience if we lived life's potential. Please allow not just you, but allow chiropractic to be a part of your family, and everybody else you love's life, and assure that we reduce the traffic in the central nervous system and we're living 100% of our life's potential, so we could take all of our lives from ordinary to extraordinary. Thank you so much.